question received. In this situation, how to understand God's mercy, and I think in this situation refers to the COVID-19 issue. In this situation, how to understand God's mercy, I'm trying not to, but I still feel fear and uncertainty. I have a feeling that truly difficult times are upon us and that it is not going to get better. That is the question. My answer. Physical realm is a realm that Srila Saraswati Thakur compared to a restroom, a bathroom, a loo, toilet, a place where you go, do your business, and leave. This is a Vaishnava conclusion, Hare Krishna take on it. And many spiritual traditions share the same understanding, same view, that this place is a place, this physical realm is a realm where you come, do your business, and leave. This is not a place where you can stay, where anyone can stay, where there's there's no permanence here. Everything's passing. And specifically, interestingly, Saraswati Thakur compared it to a restroom, to a bathroom. You go, do your business, and leave. And what is the business? This realm is a realm where we're given an opportunity to realize our spiritual nature. And thus, as most of world religions teach, thus we, having completed our lessons here, move on to the spiritual realm. Now this bathroom-like place, this restroom-like place, it's a smelly place. It's a smelly place. We keep cleaning it. We spray deodorant, but it smells. And of course, I don't want to paint a super bleak picture, because in this world we experience many beautiful things, but we also experience many troubled things. Srila Prabhupada used to quote Bhagavad Gita. We quoted many times, 8:15, I think it is, 8 chapter 15, text 15 from the Bhagavad Gita, where Krishna says, Mamupetya punarjanma dukhalayam ashashvatam napnuvanti mahatmanaha samsiddhim paramam gataha. That after attaining me, the great souls, where yogis in devotion, never return to this temporary world, which is full of miseries, because they have attained the highest perfection. Here it's stated punarjanma means repeated birth and death. And then dukhalayam ashashvatam, it's a place of course happiness, but also misery, lots of misery, way more misery than we would agree upon had someone told us right in the beginning of our lives all the suffering that we would have to go through. And ashashvatam, it is temporary. And Srila Prabhupada used to say that this world is certified by Krishna as a miserable place. So of course it's not only a miserable place. We experience lots of happiness, lots of wonderful things, but undoubtedly we experience loads of misery. And this is the nature of this place. And this place will never, ever, ever, ever change. And these kind of questions keep arising every time there is some larger or unexpected calamity. Someone stole your vehicles, your house burned down, there's a virus pandemic. There's always, what is this place? Well, it's always the same place, and always same things repeat. Birth, death, old age, disease, and in between we have few gasps of air where we think life is nice. And then this is always rudely interrupted by painful situations. First, according to Bhagavad Gita, this is the nature of this place, so you better accept it as such, it'll be much easier for you to function. Now, how to see God's mercy in it all, and how to deal with the fear. There's an interesting section in the Srimad Bhagavatam in the first canto, in the story of Narada. Narada was eventually turned out to be a great sage. Initially, he was a child with a single parent, a mom, and his mom died. He had only one person that cared for him. Like, no one else in this world cared whether he lived, whether he was happy, unhappy, whether he was feeling cold or warm, and etc. There was just one person, his mother. And his mother was one day bit by a snake, poisonous snake, and his mother passed away. Just this one little kid, Narada. One person that cared about him was taken away from him. Very, very difficult situation. Very difficult. Serious catastrophe. And what's interesting, that Narada, even a child, was so spiritually advanced that he accepted this as his destiny. He accepted this as his destiny, accepted this as God's will, as for some reason it ought to be like that. He accepted it. He didn't wrestle with it. He came to terms with it. I'll read to you this section. The verse itself says, those who are not, Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 1, Chapter 6, Text 10. I have it noted here. Narada Muni is saying, I took this as the special mercy of Krishna, who always desires benediction for his devotees, and so thinking, I started for the north. From Prabhupada's purport to this verse commentary. Confidential devotees of the Lord see in every step a benedictory direction of the Lord. At every step, what is considered to be an odd or difficult moment in the mundane sense is accepted as special mercy of the Lord. Mundane prosperity is a kind of material fever, and by the grace of the Lord, the temperature of this material fever is gradually diminished, and spiritual health is obtained step by step. Mundane people misunderstand it. So there's so much said here. I'm speaking relatively fast because modern audiences, I try to keep it short for modern audiences. First, this horrible incident Narada took as a special mercy of Krishna. And by this time, Narada was already so spiritually advanced that he could understand. He functioned like this. He said, he felt that this is special mercy of Krishna. Who's Krishna? Who's God? One who always desires benediction for his devotees. And so thinking, I started for the north. What does it mean to start north? For the north, that means that he took to the life of renunciation. So in the purport, Srila Prabhupada says that mundane prosperity is a kind of a fever. And we see this, that people remember God in times of difficulty, and when the difficulty is over, they retreat into their la-la land. So if nothing else, when the calamity strikes, we could, if nothing else, we can see it as a special mercy of the Lord, as something that's there to reduce our materialistic fever, and that remember God. And what did Narada do? He started for the north. He took to the life of renunciation. In his mind, he renounced this world. We can never renounce this world in the sense that we cannot separate ourselves from it, but we can renounce our attachment to it, and that we see this world as an energy of Krishna, energy of God. and that we're here just to do a quick business and get out of here. What is our business? Our business is to become a saint, to become a truly pure soul, a lover of God. Again, I'll read the purport once again. Confidential devotees of the Lord see in every step a benedictory direction of the Lord. By the way, this is not that easy of a feat. It takes a deep realization, and this is common only to very advanced devotees. That's why one ought to practice Krishna consciousness, as the Bhagavatam recommends, as Sri Prahlad recommends, from the beginning of one's life. What is considered to be an odd or difficult moment in the mundane sense by devotees is accepted as a special mercy of the Lord. This is a symptom of a devotee. What's in a mundane sense seems to be a difficulty, a devotee thinks, oh, this is a special mercy of Krishna. Of course, we don't want trouble to anyone, but if the trouble does come our way, that's how we feel about it. That's how devotee, advanced devotee feels about it. Mundane prosperity is a kind of material fever, and by the grace of the Lord, the temperature of this material fever is gradually diminished, and spiritual health is obtained step by step. Mundane people misunderstand it. In other words, a mundane person cannot have this consciousness, cannot see like this, cannot feel like this. So please don't be depressed. Certainly be concerned for yourself and for other people, for other beings. That's natural, but don't be depressed. Rise above fear. Concern is one thing, fear is another. We should feel concern, and so please don't be depressed. Don't be feeling undue fear, and see things from a spiritual perspective. And this will going to help you to be productive, to be spiritually productive in your own life, and to be spiritually productive, to productively help other people too. Hope that helps. Hare Krishna.